EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get out of the gate strong here in round one. This is a good par 3, the second here at Bay Hill at 231 yards. Play it out toward that right, especially if that hole location is on the left. You can swing it along the contour of that green and who knows, maybe make a hole-in-one like Jordan Spieth did in 2021. Par 4 third here at Bay Hill. This is a hole where you do not want to miss left. 434 yards and plenty of water.
Don't look left, don't hit it left, don't play left, don't go left.
Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the fourth hole here at Bay Hill. This is the first par 5 on the golf course, 561 yards. You thinking birdie here, Frank?
Oh, you certainly are, perhaps even 3. This is almost ramrod straight, little hazard down the right side. But a good one, you can certainly get home for 2.
Frank, at the fourth, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front. There's a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go.
Frank, this is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be menacing just looking at it from the tee with all of that water.
It's also tempting, reachable for the longer hitters, unless your name's John Daly, who took a whopping 18. So, better than that, you're better than John Daly.
I don't see what's wrong with 18. If you break it down, that's 3 pars and an eagle. That's pretty good.
It is, but you're still playing the same hole.
Moving on now, Frank, we're at the par 3 7th hole. What's the challenge here?
Really, the high ball hitters have an advantage here. Just try and carry it in the middle of the green.
Here we are now at the 199-yard par 3 7th, a challenge with a green protected by bunkers. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design, fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
We close out the front 9 at Bay Hill with a 474-yard par 4. It's tough to make par from that fairway bunker on the left, so play accordingly. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300.
We start the backside at Bay Hill with a par 4, 400-yard dogleg to the right. 2 bunkers through the fairway and 1 on the right. Accuracy off the tee is critical. Once again, water pops up here at Bay Hill. This at the par 4 11th. It's 438 yards. You want to sort of take this one around that lake on the left. But keep in mind, if you're too far right, then those fairway bunkers could become a problem. Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here?
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side.
At the par 4 13th now, Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot.
Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Frank, now to the 14th, a par 3, and how difficult is this hole?
Once again, very narrow entry into the green, so ideally you want to fly the ball a little higher than normal, make it soft, make it land a little softer.
Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
Well, we've seen it through the years. This 16th hole at 511 yards here at Bay Hill is one of the most exciting on the PGA Tour. Eagle is absolutely in play, but so too is 7 or worse. So we've talked about these par 3s here at Bay Hill, and they finish with a doozy. It is the 17th at 221 yards and all sorts of trouble. You can see that beach bunker in front. There's the water to deal with, oftentimes a difficult hole location. Finishing hole at Bay Hill is the demanding 458-yard par 4. Water to the right, OB along the entire left side. A 4 almost feels like a birdie here. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, we bring you live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard.